how we can respond to this incident and exactly what we can do. And then we'll to be talking about a few pro-life opportunities that are coming up soon. But without further ado, I want to go ahead and show this was an incident that took place just a few days ago over this past weekend, and I'm calling her a sidewalk intern. She's actually our intern supervisor, who is helping to manage our growing intern program as we expand there in Las Cruces. And you'll see that responded very kind and professionally, really just trying to build relationships. And Friends, we know of multiple times where through peaceful presence on the sidewalk, even abortion workers have converted and left the abortion industry. And so that is always something that our team is working to do, is to be that compassionate presence, no matter what we're receiving. However, that was not reciprocated. And as this sidewalk intern reached out to a car that was driving in, you will see what happens. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and show this video. If you have young children, that we have bleeped out a couple of foul words, but just to be aware if there's anyone who may be sensitive to some acts of aggression or censored language.
Hey, I'm trying to make friends with you guys. I don't
You don't have to
hate each other.
Why would we want to be friends with you? Just tell me. And you trying to stop what's coming up here.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me why.
Okay, thank you for letting me answer.
Why would we want to be friends with you? Ask me that.
Okay, I think we could be friends.
No, we don't have to.
Okay, so you won't let me answer.
We don't want to be friends with you. We really don't.
Listen.
Come on, baby. No. If you don't put your hands off me, come on, baby. Don't you ever touch me again. Ever. I was right here and you can't bump into me. Don't lie. Do not lie. Now I came right here to make this car come in here and you can't bump into me. I didn't bump into you. You can't bump into me. Now rewind your camera back. And make sure you see what you see. Don't try to delete it like I ran into you. You ran into me.
I'm sorry if I ran into you.
You know you did. You know you
honestly,
did. My thing is that we can come on this concrete.
I'm sorry if I
My
did.
thing is that we can come on this concrete too.
If you ran into me, I wish that didn't happen. I didn't want to run into you. I
But you
wanted to
did.
talk to a woman. That's all I wanted.
But you did. You really tried to knock me over.
I did not. I
You
would
know what
never
I'm
say I
saying?
would.
Oh, really? You really tried to knock me over, to be honest with you. We can't stop y'all from being right here, but we can stop y'all from touching our property. But you ain't gonna knock me off because we got people coming in. You bumped into me, and I pushed your back. I told you got the right one. I mean, she actually tried to do that. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna glad they have you right there.
Okay, so this incident just happened over this past weekend, and as you can see, the abortion worker was standing on their asphalt driveway, and our intern was standing on the concrete sidewalk. And as she approached a car, the abortion worker stepped in front of her path and causing them to bump into each other, and then shoved our intern into the street, and then began a lot of inflammatory remarks and joining us. And Ashlyn, I'm sure the first thing everybody is wondering is, if we were in this situation, we would be pretty shook up. And so, first of all, how are you doing?
Yeah, well, I definitely think days after the event, it's something that I've been able to really think about and, just really take in what had happened to me. And I think that in the moment, that was something that was just completely shocking to me, for the fact that I personally have never been shoved by another who already had been pretty aggressive with me in that moment. And so for me, I definitely think following few days after, it was a question of what the heck just happened? How did that happen? I know that out there, like, my intentions are truly just to help those women, and even, like the Lord is there to give us love for these workers, and so I'm not out there to harm anybody. And so for me, just, yeah, in that moment, it was just completely shocking. And so to recover from that, I think that, having a lot of support from the people around me, from the community around me, I think that now I'm doing really, really well. But I definitely think in the moments after, it was definitely very shocking and something that, I had a hard time recuperating from in the few days after, in the sense that is something that has never happened to me before.
Sure. And a lot of people, we have other young adults who are also interns out on the sidewalk, and also we're kind of shook up and nervous about, if this is kind of the behavior that's expressed, how concerning is this? And what do you see this as a sign of, if the abortion workers are coming out and getting this confrontational?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I would say it's very concerning if, I'm just out there standing talking to the women. Like, I think that what we're trying to do is give them another option. Like, I think about women who are going into clinics and don't have somebody to give them another way out. And so for me, it's very concerning when I know my intentions, and I even think the workers can see that my intentions truly are to help these women and to try to give them what the support that they might need to make another decision. And so for somebody to actually put their hands on me, I definitely think that, I do think like it's very worrisome when these are the early days of us being out in Las Cruces. Like, is this the relationship that they want to establish with us? Is one where, like, they are throwing hands on us? Like, I don't think that that's really the relationship that I wish to have with them. And the good, yeah, I don't see that being good as for just the beginning of us being in Las Cruces.
Sure.
So
That way, and even when that incident took place, not overreacting, immediately reporting the incident, and was very and police even came out to that incident and said you didn't do anything wrong, and so you did everything great, and so gold stars there. Diane, who says that she saw both of the ladies in the video, you, Ashlyn, and the worker last week on Friday. She didn't realize at the time you were on the pro-life side, because we have a neutral appearance when we're out there with just the vest to kind of reach out in a neutral, compassionate way. But you greeted her politely. However, the other lady kept saying it's business, and I think that's an interesting comment, because as we know that this is just a lucrative, profit-generating business for them. And every time we've seen of the 3 abortion centers that we've seen close in our area, always leading up to that closure, we see them start to get their behavior becomes more erratic and a little more desperate, because they're feeling the pinch, and they know that they're not profitable. So good work, Ashlyn. How should people be feeling about what they saw just today?
Well, I mean, they should be feeling cautious, but they should be feeling good about your organization. The way that was handled by Ashlyn was incredibly professional. She held her own. She was very kind. She was very nice. In order to be charged with a battery, and I'm sure that's what they were trying to do against Ashlyn, but they have to prove that a person touches you unwantedly in a rude and insolent manner. Well, Ashlyn was not rude nor insolent. But if you looked at the other side, who was rude and insolent? It was the other side in this situation. There was a clear battery committed by the worker. It's a little how would I say? It's a little unclear if it was something that arises to damages or a criminal action. But we're here to protect you. Mark, we've protected sidewalk advocates for a number of years. We protected them against people who are sexually harassing the women that you hired on the sidewalk. Up here in Albuquerque, a woman who's been arrested. We're going to continue to protect the people that go out on the sidewalk. So I would say be cautious, but don't let it dissuade you. We got your back. We'll take care of you at Abortion on Trial if something serious is about to happen. And if this keeps going, we're going to have to sue the Pink House. We're just going to have to go out there, sue them for punitive damages, because then they're getting a little reckless. They're getting a little willful and wanton, mainly because they're a little annoyed, and we'll take care of it. That's the best I can tell you.
Right. Yeah, and this one case in particular, it's like I could see how